Good afternoon from Australia, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jay. Welcome to the Stitchy Jam podcast. It's been a few weeks. I think that was my cat underneath the bed. I'm not sure. It's been a few weeks. The last time I spoke with you guys, it was very hot early in the spring, hotter than usual, and I was struggling with my knitting. Because I was just like way too hot. And so I was talking about some sewing projects and some different materials, and although I am still got those in the back burner, especially the Christmas presents, which I'll start very soon, I actually haven't done any sewing, but I have been knitting because it's been cooler, and on the days that it's hot like today I have the air conditioner on. I've been to Fibre Frolic Festival, which I went after work one day for the last couple of hours, and it was really good, but I was melting. It was so hot, which made it really challenging to buy wool because it was so hot. However, I met that challenge and I still bought a few skeins, and I'll share those with you in this episode. I also went to Morrison & Sons in the city and bought some yarn from there. And I've got one finished product. I don't know if that's the right word. Project. Yeah, that's better. And 2 whips. And yeah, that's really about it. I've been really well for the most part. My anxiety's flared up a little bit this month, but I've been doing all the right things, journaling, being mindful, seeing professionals, and yeah, getting it back under control. It's been situational, to put it there. I'm looking a little washed out and tired. I haven't slept well the last couple of days. But that's okay. We're all human, right? And I like to come on here and not be perfect, because there's no such thing when you're a human being. So I'm really excited to share with you my finished product. You have seen it before, but not finished, and it's taken me a little while. But before I do, this is the last week of my 30s. I am celebrating turning 40 on Sunday. I have plans on going out for lunch and going for some drinks and staying in a hotel. And then in December, I'm going away for a few days to a farm, which I'm really looking forward to. A lot of people that are in my age bracket are like, oh my God, I don't want to turn 40, and really not looking forward to it. But I think I'm pretty much the opposite. I'm very much looking forward to it. I think that it is a good age because you start to really understand yourself a lot more by now, and yeah, they say life begins at 40, so I'm really looking forward to this next chapter. So these socks are finally finished. They are blocking, so they're a bit wet at the moment, but this is them. Whoops, that one fell down. I don't have any sock blockers at the moment, so I've just simply laid them out to dry for the time being. And it's very hard to show you, so I'll pick them up. There's number 1 and the second one, and it's my very first pair of socks and my second ever knitted project. So they are not perfect, which you won't be able to see, thankfully, on the camera. There are some imperfections, but I think overall I'm pretty pleased with how they've turned out. The only downside is that I'm a very tight knitter, and so they're a little bit tight. So next time I make them, I think that I'll make them a little bit longer in the foot area, because I'm such a tight knitter that they're just a bit too tight on my foot. Yeah, so that's my finished product. So as I mentioned, I went to Morrison and Sons, which the city store, which is here in Sydney, and bought a couple of items. I did have a whole basket full of things, and I decided I was getting a bit too carried away because you can only knit so fast, especially as a new knitter. So I got 2 balls of this beautiful Zauber Stark 6 in this colorway, which is $12.89. So I got 2 of these. I'll show you the label there as well. And I just love the colors. As you can see, it goes with my color palette in my room. This does have a blend, so it's got 100% pure wool in it, but it also has some nylon. It does, however, say it's biodegradable nylon. And the reason I got that is because I'm going overseas next year and I want to have something that I can just throw in the wash. So I will show you what I'm doing with this when I get to my whips. And I have already cast on. I also got this smaller one, which is 100% merino and like this kind of purpley color. I got a smaller ball of this. This is called Edition 6 and the color is confusing. On the label it says 1516 and 2299_. My plan is, I'm not sure with this one. I'm hoping I can get a pair of socks out of it, but it's only 50 grams, so it may have to be something else or put with something else, or I can go and buy another one, but I didn't want to spend too much money on the day. So I just got 50 grams. We shall see what I do with it. Then a few weeks after that, Fibre Frolic Festival was on, which is quite local to me in a place called Mulgoa. And I can't think of the name of the house, but it's a heritage listed house. And it's just so beautiful. Very hot this year though, very hot. So from there I got a tiny, it doesn't say how much, but very tiny 4-ply, 100 meters of this, the Australian Wool Store hand dyed yarn. And my intention with this is, or was, I'm not sure what will happen, to knit one of the teeny tiny jumpers / sweater, or a teeny tiny beanie for like a Christmas decoration. So there's not much of that. That's my intention, is for some Christmas decorations with that. And then another brand called RM Makes, which is an eco plant dyed Australian wool. I love the idea of dyeing with plant based dyes. So I was like umming and ahhing about this because it's not generally my color, but I like a ton of more colors as well. And so I've gotten this one. My goal, so that's Fustic, Logwood and Cochineal. I don't even know how to say that. 100% wool, DK. My goal is to do a beanie with this, or a hat if you are in the UK. They're called a hat, not a beanie. And it's not super soft, but I think that when it's blocked, it should soften up a bit. And then the last lot I have gotten, they're a bit mismatched, as in it's just one skein of each, and the volumes are different. So one's 145 meters, one's 350, and the other one is 100. This is from Fibre Art Shed, and it's reclaimed wool, 50% reclaimed wool and 50% new wool. What I really like about Fibre Art Shed is that they're all about being 100% sustainable. So anything that is wasted, they try to turn into something else. So in this case, the reclaimed skeins. However, they also have a campaign going, because with anything that can't be put into that, they're going to turn into pellets, which can be used as compost in the garden. I don't know the ins and the outs of that, but I would definitely recommend looking at their page. I'll put some links below. They have a crowdfund going to raise money for that at the moment, and they're doing really well with that. So this one is New South Wales Corriedale Sheep 8 ply. This is like a darker natural colour. I keep forgetting to look in the camera, so forgive me. And that one there is only 100 grams, but I figure it's nice and squishy. I could probably make some Christmas decorations with that as well. In a similar colour but not the same, or is it? Oh no, it is the same. 145 meters. It just looks slightly different. So let's put them next to each other. Oh no, they are the same. I thought they were different, but that's all right. That's good. I have more of that to play with. And then the last one is an all natural yarn over yarn. That's the name of it, yarn over yarn. Also 8 ply. They're all 8 ply. And that's this natural grey kind of a colour. There. So they're my latest acquisitions. I did show you some Shetland tweed in one of my previous videos that was on a big cone. I've actually rolled 2 100-gram balls of that because I plan on making a sweater out of it. But I plan on doubling over because it's 4 ply, but I want to double it to make DK and make a sweater for when I go overseas for that. But as I'm new to knitting, sorry guys, I'm getting my head in the camera now, so I just dropped the skein. As I'm new to knitting and I'm quite slow, it may not be ready in time. We shall see. I'm not going to put it out there because I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. I already have one sweater on the go, which I'll be happy to park that while I cast on this other one, because I think this other one will be warmer and a quicker knit, and then I can go back to the other sweater before, which I did have to show you the progress on, but I think I've left it in the other room. I shall pause this video after I show you the next project, and then I'll grab it and then I can show you. Oh, this tea is so good. It's called Yorkshire. It's by the Yorkshire Tea Company, but it's biscuit flavored. I know that sounds weird, but it's really nice. It just tastes like you've dunked a biscuit in your tea, basically. Oh, I forgot one more acquisition. There is a couple on my new project, which I'll show you. But I got some little stitch markers. This one is a little mouse. Whoop. This camera's not going to focus on it. It's too small. And a little fork. Let me see. See this little tiny fork? And then a couple of others, which is on my next whip, which I'll show you. So with this beautiful coloured Zoa ball and this cute bag that my mum bought me, look at this sheep. I have cast on the Stephen West Boneyard shawl. I won't show you because Well, I think it's a free pattern. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's one of his free patterns. But look it up, Boneyard Shawl by Stephen West. I'll show you the picture of it. Let me see. So this is what it will look like afterwards. And I chose something simple because A, I'm learning, but also because it's variegated, the colors are variegated, then you don't really need it to have a lot of intricate detail because you won't see it. So this is where I am up to. And as you can see, it's just at the very beginning, but these are the two other stitch markers that I was telling you about. One is a little peacock and one is a leaf. So that's where I am up to. You can see the different colors starting to form just on there. So that's something that I'm really enjoying because I'm learning some new skills with that as well. And I have really long knitting needles. And for me, that's really it for this month's episode. I'm so happy that I've been able to have more time to spend on my knitting, because the last few months before that, I really just had no energy, no time, and I've managed to get my socks finished finally, which I didn't think I would ever get done. And I have a few projects in mind, but my goal is to just enjoy my sweater, which is a TV knit, and I can do that, you know, sort of anytime. And then my shawl, which, because it's some new stitches for me, it's going to take me a bit of time to learn that. So anyway, I'm going to pause and go and get that to show you, and then I'm going to wrap this up because, as you can see, having not slept very well, I'm quite tired, but I'm going to be too busy over the next few days with my birthday and work, etc. So I figured that this would be the only opportunity that I had for a while to make this episode. I hope you've really enjoyed seeing where I'm up to and what I'm doing and what's happening. If you have, please like, subscribe and comment below, and share if you can. I would really appreciate it. This is my 7th episode, so you have a fair few, if you like this kind of content, to go through and watch back and leave me a like and a little comment for any ones that you watch. I would really genuinely appreciate that, and I really thank you for joining me. It's been nice chatting. I hope you have had a cuppa while chatting and listening to me. And on that note, I'm going to grab this last project. Hey there, I'm back. The camera's wobbling a little, sorry about that. It turns out I had it in this room the whole time, but I just went to an appointment and I had packed it to go with me because I knew that I'm early for things and would have some time to do it. So this is where I'm up to. It's still on the needle, so it's a bit hard to spread it out, but as you can see, I've made a lot of progress on there. And that's the simple pullover, which, yeah, it's hard to show when on the needles, but it's 4-ply and it's Drops Alpaca Forest. So there you have it. This is the second ball, and I'll get onto a third ball very soon. And it's going to be quite a big sloppy size because I've lost a lot of weight since I started doing it, but I'm okay with that because it's nice to have something to laze around the house with, right? I've got to the point where I'm rambling and umming and ahhing. I've hit the wall again. I'm ready for a nap. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you soon. See you when I'm 40.